In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Thanks for being with me. Happy birthday, Nick.
Hello there, and you are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. We have lots to get into today. You were listening to 4 Deep Sports. It is me, JC, aka Joseph Celia. We have Lucy Cabral, and we have our sports master, Justin Ferreira. So it'll be a free-form Saturday today. We will be having lots to get into today. We'll be talking football, some basketball scores for high school, some indoor track and field, some ice hockey.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll be a fun Saturday, and we also have the BR hockey alumni game, which is actually currently going on with Dom and our friend KC, both on assignment.
Yeah, Casey is doing some camera work. Dom is actually calling the game. And so they are over at Bridgewater Rainham. And from what I understand, there's a lot going on over there as far as the alumni game. This is Bridgewater Rainham, and they are putting on quite the show right now. I believe it started at 11 o'clock. And what this is for is they're raising money for the fight for cancer. So there is a group of women out there, and Tom was kind enough to send me a photo of the woman at this table, and hopefully we're going to be hearing from them soon. They're going to be calling in and just letting us know what's going on over there and what that is all about. Of course, everyone has been afflicted or knows of someone that has had some type of form of cancer. And I'd like to know what's going on over there too. So we'll be waiting on their call. But in the meantime, like Joe said, Dom is out there and Casey, they're going to be out there all day because they are also covering the Bridgewater Falmouth hockey game at, I believe, noontime. I think it's noontime.
Currently happening now, yeah.
Is it? I thought the alumni game was first, and then.
Well, he told me. I think when he asked if I could do it, he said it was going to drop at 12:15.
Wow, there you go. So yeah, they're kind of busy on assignment, and I'm sure they're having a good time. So here we are, and as Joe said, there's a lot going on, a lot to talk about. So that's why we're doing a free-form Saturday.
We haven't had one in a couple.
It's been a while, right? It's been a while.
I mean, last week we had Taunton High softball.
And they were fun.
Week before that, it was the
cheerleaders, right?
Cheerleaders.
All right, so I missed that one. I want to know what that one was all about. I was trying to watch the replay of the show.
So, like the callers who'll be calling in today, they actually raise a lot of money as well for many different charities and for many different groups. They're a nice group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, me being me wanting to be the sports writer one day, I was trying to get my insider info from a couple of them. I'm like, do you guys work closely with the Patriots organization? I'm like, could you guys get me a gig?
And do they?
Yeah, one of them said that they work. They're like the head of the cheerleader squad. I think. They said now.
Really?
They like work in the offices or something like that. But yeah, they were a very good group. And then I think the week before that, I don't think we had anyone. I think that was around Christmas time.
I think we had a call-in, didn't we?
Was the BP cheerleaders, was that before or after Christmas?
I think that was before Christmas.
I
don't know, Justin. Justin's got some notes there. He's got a whole pad of notes.
Yeah, this is the net pad of every past show.
That's awesome.
All right, so I can now tell you, we had Brockton High girls basketball.
Okay,
that was the week before the Patriot cheerleaders.
Okay. When was the BP cheerleaders? We had the Bristol Plymouth cheerleading team come in as well.
Yeah, that was the week
before
Brockton High.
Before Brockton, this was all before Christmas.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had some great shows. I mean, I've learned a lot definitely being here. I mean, I think the most, I don't want to say overwhelming, but like the one that was just absolutely crazy was that East Bridgewater It was the East Bridgewater. I think it was that football team. They were like everywhere in this room. All those, I forgot what was their.
Was it the little guys?
Yeah, the little guys.
Okay, so that's the midgets, I believe, and Dom is a coach because I believe his
They only given up like 20 points in the entire
yeah,
season for football.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah, and they had won the championship
Yeah.
in their division.
Mhm.
They were a lot of fun. They
Mhm.
were a lot of fun in here.
The first show that I had ever done was it was the baseball. I think it was the travel baseball.
An AAU team.
Yeah, the AAU.
Okay.
That was the first one I'd ever done. I think it was sitting actually right over there.
Mm-hmm.
And there was quite a few
remember
people.
that.
Yeah, there's quite a few people in that one too. And then there was the one I think Justin set us up with the gymnastics.
No, the more specific. That was my mother, not me.
Oh, that was your mother that did that.
Yeah.
You played a role in that.
Yeah, somewhat.
He was really interesting because I don't know much about gymnastics, so he educated us that day. Hopefully we'll be educating you guys today as well with all the scores.
That's what the show's all about. so.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, we've the BR hockey alumni game has been going on. I've actually been coaching at Bridgewater Rainham for the track and field team.
Cool.
So we've Dom and I have been in cahoots a little bit about me possibly covering a couple hockey games, being on assignment with him and KC a couple times. So it's been fun though so far. I mean, I had actually I didn't even go to BR. I went to Coyle, but it feels nice to like get back and like give back to like the community. I feel like work at BR for my hometown.
You learn a lot. You really, really do. And, I did the same thing. When I started here, I was like, oh, I'm from Rhode Island. So I'm not quite too sure all these mass teams during the MIA, rules have changed. But it gives you a broader scope about four deep sports.
Absolutely.
And it's not just your major sports. We've had, rollerbladers in here. We've had not only cheerleaders, but track golfers, you name it. So we kind of
Swimmers.
cover all the sports.
Have you guys had any former like professional athletes come in?
Yes, actually, Manny Del Carmen.
Oh, he came in?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
He came in. Well, they run the Boston Boston something Academy, and they host a golf tournament over at Ritter Country Club.
Oh, nice.
And so every year, we're a big sponsor of that. So we'll go down there and do interviews. And I got to he was great. He was great in the studio.
I
Him
remember
and
him.
Jose.
I remember him. He was a pitcher for the Red Sox.
Yep.
I forgot what years it was that he was there. I want to say it was like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Yeah.
Great
Great guy.
Yeah.
Well, he used to be a bartender over at Audrey's.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, yeah. And so, of course, Dom practically lives there. And so, they'd hang out and finally asked him to come on the show.
This was right around the time when I think it was like the week or week after of my first show here. I had actually met at Foxwoods Casino, Brian Scalabrini.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I had talked to him
Cool.
briefly, and I wanted to mention to him like you should come on the show, so just to give
You
us your
should. Why
inputs,
not?
give us your input.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be too pushy to him, but just because I know some of these athletes like they just want to just be treated just as normal humans, just
Absolutely.
as everyone else does.
I really think they enjoy it, because they, like you said, they are treated as people, as normal people, and not
Absolutely.
a celebrity, so to
Exactly.
speak.
I mean, especially like being followed around with cameras and stuff all day after a while. They just want to just be just like you and me.
Right, right. So, Joe, tell everybody, so everybody knows, Joe Celia here is an intern. He's currently going to St. Bonaventure.
St. Bonaventure University.
Online, yeah.
Yes.
So tell us your story. Where
So-
exactly are you from?
So I'm from. I've been with the show here since I think August. Yeah, I think it was August. I've been wanting to get into sports writing, sports broadcasting for a while now. I run my own sports blog. I write for a sports page called Fansided. It's an up-and-coming sports page. And I write for under the Fansided. They cover all different types of stories. They have even like a couple like pop culture and like references, like pages you can write on. But specifically, they do like mostly sports. So under sports, there's each like there's NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, soccer, you name it, and for each sport, they have their own little page for each team. So for the Celtics, it would be Harwood Houdini. And so I've written a couple articles for them.
Nice.
Just to get some experience. I know a lot of writers start off small like that. And we got our first call.
Awesome. Okay, here we go.
You were listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. May I ask who is calling?
Yep, Janet Dion and Dana Nassif.
Awesome. We've been expecting you. How's everything going?
Good. Oh, great.
So, for this BR hockey alumni, you guys tell us a little bit about. We're just going to dive right into the questions.
Okay.
Actually, we are 30 seconds before our first break, so we will hold off for before we start grilling them with these questions.
Sure.
And
can we do that, ladies? This is Lucy Cabral, by the way.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi. Don was kind enough to send a picture. So we need to take a break, and when we come back, can you guys hold on?
Yep. About how long will the break be?
Probably like 2 minutes.
Is it 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or do you want to call back?
Yeah. Well, the game's going to be starting soon.
Okay.
So we'll just probably have just a couple of minutes once we come back, if that's okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Lucy Cabral with 4 Deep Sports Talk. We want to, we're highlighting 2 women from Bridgewater, Rainham, Jana Dion and Dana Nassif. And they called in because they are at a Bridgewater Rainham game, alumni game. Is that correct? Yes, and they're raising money over there for the fight for cancer. So, ladies, Tell us what's going on over there. I know the game's starting soon.
So the alumni game has ended. We're getting ready to start the Bridgewater Rainham varsity game.
Oh, okay, got it.
And that's for the Hockey Fights Cancer to support the American Cancer Society.
Excellent. Is this a yearly thing that you do, or tell us more about the organization?
Yep, so this is the first year that we're doing the Hockey Fights Cancer game. But last year with COVID, we needed to find a way for the boys to sort of embed themselves into the community and support a cause, and that's where we teamed up with the Hockey Fights Cancer. So last year we did a Christmas ornament tree in the hall of the lobby of the rink, and the people would fill out tags for Hockey Fights Cancer, put them on an ornament, and hang them on the tree. So we did that again this year, but our vision was always, once COVID was over, to be able to do the Hockey Fights Cancer game, which we're doing today, which we have raffles, 50-50, and also some other things that Dana can talk about.
We have Chuck-a-Puck, and the kids and adults will be able to throw pucks between intermission toward the target, and the closest to the target wins. We also have the Bridgewater Rainham mascot here, who's got some prizes that he'll be throwing up into stands.
Sounds like a great time. Dom was kind enough to send a picture of, looks like 5 of you ladies in front of the raffle tables. And Joe pointed out that he knows someone over there.
Yes, and just want to start off by saying that Kara Peters and Katie McGinnis are the captain's moms, and
Excellent.
they asked us to support this initiative for them, so we were happy to do so. So besides myself and Dana, there's also 3 other women, Jenny O'Malley, Lauren Lyden, and Tiffany Feast.
Okay, so Joe has a connection to Tiffany, is that right?
Yes, Tiffany is a very close friend of mine.
Oh, nice. She's great.
So, and in case you did mention it, I may have missed it. How long have you guys been doing it?
So this is the first year we're doing the Hockey Fights Cancer game, but we started with pairing up with or partnering with the Hockey Fights Cancer last year.
Nice. Now, is this the only sport that you guys do, or do you guys do any others?
So our sons play other sports, but this is the only one that I've been involved in with is the hockey.
Mm-hmm.
My son Jack does baseball and golf.
Now, have you guys done like any fundraising outside of like the sports, just in general? Like, have you done anything else?
So Hockey Fights Cancer is an initiative with the NHL as well.
Mm-hmm.
We don't mean to cut you short,
Nope, but that's okay.
That's all right.
but the game's getting ready to start, so we need to be out there.
Okay.
That's all right. Thank you. Thank you very much for taking your time.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you again, and good luck out there.
Thank you. Go BR.
Go BR. All right.
Okay, so it was good to hear from them. That was Janet Dion and Dana Nassif. They are fundraising at the Bridgewater Rainham alumni hockey game over in Bridgewater, Rainham. And they called in to let us know what's going on over there. They're raising money for Fight for Cancer hockey game that's going on. They're going to be doing the Falmouth game as well. So they're going to be there all day. And this is a shout out to Dom, who is calling the game. And KC, our own KC, is on camera. So she's going to be swinging that camera back and forth. Hopefully it's going to be an exciting game. Good luck to all of them. And hopefully they raise them a lot of money.
Yes. So we wish them the best. I know Dom's been doing hockey for quite a bit some time now. And Dom is actually in charge of when the hockey players do their intros, when they say what position they play and what grade they are. Dom is in charge of editing that whole video. So if you've ever seen the Bridgewater Rainham hockey video of them the players introducing themselves, the grade and position they are, That is courtesy of our own Dom Damiano.
That's cool. And I can tell you that Dom edits all that stuff at BTV, which is Bridgewater TV, right across from Bridgewater University over there.
Yep.
And he does a great job with that. So shout out to both of them for covering all these games and giving you highlights of what we do as far as the Four Deep Sports Talk team.
Now, prior to the call, you
oh yeah,
Lucy
we were
was
talking
asking
about
me
Joe
my
isn't
little
our
journey.
intern over here, and he is on a journey following his dream as far as being a sportscaster, writer, and so he's doing a hell of a job. I can tell you, he is on the boards right now, learning audio, learning how to speak into the microphone, and come up with some highlights and facts and figures of upcoming games, and he's doing a great job, and that's what this show is all about.
Yes. So, I've been wanting to get into sports for a while now, and a mutual friend of Dom and I, a friend of mine, Bob Buckley, he recommended that I reach out to Dom, who runs this podcast here in Attleboro. So Dom sent me a couple of videos of prior interns and where they went on to what they were doing with their career. But they started here, and I felt that doing something like this would really help jumpstart my career. So I've applied and I've been accepted. I'm currently in graduate program now at St. Bonaventure University. Some notable alumni features Adrian Wojnarowski, who was the ESPN insider for the NBA. So I've learned a lot in even just being in class for a week and a half now, doing assignments, doing a bunch of discussion posts. It's a year-and-a-half program for online students. So if you are interested in wanting to become a sports writer or wanting to get into the industry, St. Bonaventure offers this fully online master's program. And I've been very proud and fortunate in doing this. But like I said, on the side, I have my own sports blog. I write for a sports page once in a while, and I do this podcast on Saturdays.
That's awesome. So this podcast is an actual show, radio show. We are broadcasting out of Attleboro, WARA 1320 AM. So if you're in the car, turn on the dial to 1320 AM and you'll hear this. This goes out and it has a great reach all of southern New England. We talk about MIAA high school sports, and today is Freeform Saturday, so we know there's a lot going on out there. In professional sports as well, we have the playoffs in football tomorrow, which I'm so excited for.
You excited, Sportsmaster?
Not really.
For football, no?
Well, that's because the Patriots aren't in it. But
Yes.
I'll tell you, there's some great matchups tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, on the break, we were actually talking a little bit about my nickname, how I said my nickname's JC, how there's Casey, JC. We said there's Paparazzi, Lucy, and we said Dom doesn't have one.
Dom is Dom.
Dom is just Dom.
Yeah.
And
Or it
then,
could be Dee Dee.
yeah.
It could
And then-
be.
yeah, it could be. And then we have our sportsmaster, Justin Ferrero. I was asking him how he got his nickname, Sportsmaster.
I named it after a character in a cartoon that I saw.
Nice. It
And
fits you
so
well.
I think Dom picked up on that as well. I remember when you first started, we were in the old...
Yeah, way back over there.
Right. See, we're in Attleboro, and this is AACS TV, and they have the radio station and a TV cable access television station, which is right next to the police station. So they are the main communicator for the city of Attleboro. When Justin first started here, this building was under construction. And so this conference room was never here. They were in the process of hooking up cameras and all kinds of state-of-the-art equipment. They have their own little podcasting area over there. It's a beautiful building. It's run by Executive Director Jim Jones out there, who is very helpful, great guy. So I remember when we first started here, we used to bring in teams and coaches and people, from all over southern New England, and bragged about their careers and what they're doing, and highlighting, their sports, sports that they were currently in. And so Justin, when he first started, was just starting out to talk into the microphone. And I remember Justin being scared.
Yes.
Can I tell you? Scared,
Yeah.
right, Justin?
Yeah.
And
Gotta start somewhere.
That's right. And he's been wanting to do this. We wanted to get the best we could out of him. So Dom put him on sports, scores. And we would go over scores, name every single little county. I had no idea where most of these counties were or towns. And Justin would pronounce every single one of them to a
Good for
T.
Yeah.
It was probably very grueling for you.
Yeah, it was almost like trying to study another language.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
right. But look where you are now. And so hence, that's why you're called the sports master.
Yep.
All right. We will be right back with you after this. We'll be catching our second break. When we come back, we'll be actually be discussing nomination awards. And please give us a call at 508-222-1320.
Oh, we want to promote our YouTube channel.
Oh,
as
and
well.
please promote our YouTube channel, 4 Deep Sports Talk. That is one word, 4 Deep Sports Talk as well. We will be right back. And we are back with 4 Deep Sports Talk. We just were discussing with the BR Hockey Alumni Game, and they are now currently playing a Bridgewater Rainham and Falmouth hockey game. We were discussing with Janet Dion and Dana Nassif about their fundraiser for the fight for cancer. Then we talked a little bit about my career, JC, as a sports broadcaster, writer. Now we wanted to actually discuss a little bit about a nomination. Lucy, did you want to explain this nomination?
Sure. So every year for the past, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years now, it started as we were broadcasting down at Ritter Country Club next to Audria's. And Audria's restaurant over there, we hooked up with a bartender named Manny Del Carmen. And so Dom got us into Ritter Country Club and Audria's, and we started supporting Manny Del Carmen, and he has a academy, Boston Academy, for sports up in just outside of Boston, and he sponsors a golf tournament there, raising money for this academy, teaching kids in inner schools over there the art of baseball, softball, whatever sport there is. It's mainly, I don't know if all of you know, but Manny Del Carmen was a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So he's giving back to the community and his talents and teaching kids, the value of baseball. And so we started hosting an awards ceremony, so to speak, that we all put together our nominees for lifetime achievement in the world of basketball. And so we've started broadcasting from there. We are going to do it again this year. Thank God, Audrey is, and the fine folks there are letting us do that. It's a lot of fun, and I believe it is going to be held in the spring, April, 22nd?
That'll be my birthday.
Late April,
Whoa.
somewhere around
That's
there.
your birthday?
My birthday, April 22nd.
It's
yes.
April 22nd, 6 p.m. at Audria's Restaurant. We are going for Deep Sports Talk is once again going to host the basketball awards ceremony. Please save that date and come on down and support us. We're going to be doing some interviews, and we're going to be looking at the best girls and boys and coaches in basketball for this past year. We have some sports writers out there, sport beat writers, Tom Joyce, and what was it last year? Nick. I forget his last name. Nate. I'm sorry. Nate. I forget his last name, but he's out there going to Dean College.
Nate Rollins, I
Nate
think.
Rollins. There you go. Thank you, Justin. What a memory.
That's why he's a
Love
sports
it.
master.
That's right. So, Joe, if you want to, we have our nominee, or who is actually going to get the Lifetime Achievement Award, and that is, drum roll please.
The first nominee we have is Mr. Thomas Pileski. So Tom Pileski, if you, he was actually my athletic director at Coyle Cassidy High School when I graduated, or went there attended from 2012 to 2016. He was my athletic director for all 4 years. So a little bit about Mr. Thomas Pileski. His career as a coach and athletic director began long before he came to Coyle and Cassidy when I was there. So he graduated Brockton High in 1962, actually with my grandfather.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
with my grandfather, Nick Celia. So they were good friends while they were there. They played football together. So he played football at Brockton High, and he continued on to Northeastern University as a physical education major, and he played both football and baseball. While he was on that football team, he was on the only undefeated football team in Northeastern's history.
Wow.
So a nice little fun fact there about him. In baseball, he was part of the only Northeastern team to play in the College World Series. He was a running back and a defensive back in football, and he played center field. So he was very athletic. You have to be very athletic, especially in those positions. From 1967 to 1986, he was an assistant football coach for 4 teams, and that include Curry College, Northeastern University, and Bridgewater State College, which is now Bridgewater State University. And he was the head coach of the Randolph Oilers, who are a semi-professional football team from 1980 to 1999. He also worked as the baseball head coach at Brockton High School for 17 years, and he led the team to a state championship with a winning percentage of 73%.
Wow.
So in 1984, he was teaching earth science and biology at Brockton, where he was asked to become the director of athletics at Brockton High School. He said he was interested in becoming an athletic director rather than just being a coach because of his experience with many different sports. He said, quote, "It was a new challenge at that particular time in my life. An athletic director's job only comes around once in a while. So when the job opened up, after talking to my wife and family, I said I'm going to go for it, and fortunately I got it. And that I played 2 sports in high school and played 2 sports in college, but he was also an assistant wrestling coach for a couple of years. He was an assistant swim coach, and he was an assistant indoor track coach. So he said, quote, "I saw what other sports were like. My 4 children played sports, and I knew about the different sports and kind of gained an appreciation for all of them. I felt that as though I had something to give, whether it be knowledge or experience, to be different types of to all different types of kids, and not just football players and baseball players." And he said that as an athletic director, he wanted to be sure that all athletes received equal opportunities. And he was very fair, especially when I was at Coyle. He would attend a couple track and field events. He would be on the sidelines with the football team, assisting with the games. He would be at baseball games. He would even be at like cheerleading events, softball games, you name it. Pileski was always he was always there, and he was always assisting, especially track and field, with getting us the right buses. I know lots of teams get the yellow school buses, but he wanted to upgrade us to the coach buses.
Wow.
To make it a little better for him, and even going from just Coyle to, which was in Taunton, to Feehan and
Okay.
Attleboro. So a 20-minute ride still deserved the coach bus in his eyes.
That's awesome.
So he held that position as athletic director until 2004, where he retired and became an assistant football coach at Stonehill College.
Oh.
In 2006, Coyle Cassidy, the high school, contacted Pileski when it urgently needed a new athletic director. He became the head football coach, and he said that as the athletic director at Coyle, he had the opportunity to help all sports and all kids, and tried his best to get across the fact that everybody's sport is important, which is very true. And that's something that we try to really emphasize here at 4 Deep Sports, trying to interview and cover all different facets of sports, not just the main ones. The search for a new football head coach for Coyle came as a shock to him, but his love for football was evident, and they knew that was the best possible, that he was the best possible candidate. He has said that he believes that sports keep him young, and that he truly enjoyed the teaching part of it, going out to the field every day and attempting to teach them something new. And that he said that he does miss his coaches, who he honestly believes have done a very good job of running very strong programs throughout his entire career as a coach, a mentor, an athletic director, or even just someone there to support the teams. So he is our first nominee, Mr. Thomas Pileski.
Wow, sounds like a well-deserved all-around sports guy.
Absolutely.
And we're so excited to have 2 nominees for our Lifetime Achievement award. And I know Justin has been working on our second nominee.
Yep.
And once again, we're going to hand it over to Justin and tell us a little bit about our second nominee.
Well, for stars, his name is Patrick Cronin. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right.
Cronin.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Cronin. And he's associated with Wilmington baseball. And throughout his career, he's had a 500 victory career wins. And he's coached for a super long time, from 1981 to 2015. And in that time, he's won 3 South Sectional Championship wins.
Wow.
And he's the first to reach 500 milestone wins since the day of Denver's in 2018.
Oh, wow.
Holy smokes.
Good for him. 500 wins is no joke. That is no
No,
joke.
Definitely quite
It's
an
not an
achievement.
exaggeration.
Is he still, and he's still currently coaching right now? I'm guessing he probably is. I mean, 500 wins
Yeah.
does not just happen in 2 seasons.
No,
That takes
no.
a very
Right.
long time to do so. So we will be right back with our here with our final break. When we get back, we'll be discussing a little bit about these two, more about these 2 nominees, and then we will be discussing basketball for boys and girls basketball scores from this
Awesome.
past
Can you come back with
from
some
this past
scores?
week.
Great.
So you're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. Please give us a call at 508-222-1320. Thank you. We'll be right back. You were listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk. We were just discussing some nominees for the
Yep, the basketball.
basketball alum. We actually have a call on the line right now. Caller, may I ask who's calling?
Hello.
Caller,
Maybe that's him calling again.
may I ask who's calling?
Yeah, this is Louis DeBro. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Can you hear everything okay out there?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Good. Good. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, no problem. I was just, these guys doing a great job. I was wondering, I wanted to ask Justin if there's anything that's really stuck out to him and in what ways he's noticed the change in the in the show since he's been there?
That's a really good question. We were talking about Justin's career when he first started here. And he's come a long way. And because, he's labeled as the sports master, that's the nickname that Dom gave him, and rightfully so. We talked about how he was deathly afraid of the microphone, and now look where he is. Amazing. So that's a great question.
Yeah,
Justin.
I would definitely say as the months and years have gone by of me being here, I've become more confident in what I'm doing as long as I know everything well in advance.
So that's the importance of doing your homework and being prepared for the show, which is, what we try to instill in people that come across this table. So we think Joe's doing a great job, and, Justin's moving right along here. Casey is out with Dom. She's working the camera for a show for 4 Deep that they're calling in Bridgewater, Raynham, hockey. So, yeah, great question, honey. Thank you. You got another one?
That's it. Keep up the good work.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, so that was my husband Lou. He listens faithfully, lets us know that everything is sounding okay and we can see everybody. But huge inspiration to me, especially for getting out here and telling my story and helping everyone who wants to be a broadcaster or be on the radio, because that's how I started. I wanted to be on the radio, and of course, I had other plans as being in music, which I still am, and just being on the other side of it. So in the form of media, which is what everything is called these days, there's a place for everybody, and this is a great place to start. So if anyone is interested, please give us a call, Dom Damiano or myself, and we can get you on the show and get you trained. And if you want to do something like this, which is a lot of fun, I have to tell you, but it does require some work. So that being said, I know we have do we have a little bit more on the nominees for
That's all I had for Pulaski. But yeah, I mean, just from a personal standpoint, Pulaski's a very nice guy. I've spoken to him many different times. That he was, like I said, he was friends with my grandfather. They graduated Brockton High together in 1962. He was a great athletic director. Someone who you could always ask about anything, especially athletics. And he was always there to support all the teams that were there. So it's very well-deserved nominee.
Excellent. And then Justin on Patrick Cronin?
Nope, that's all the info I got.
Excellent. 2 wonderful nominees. Save the date, April 22nd at Audrey's Restaurant, which is right next to Ritter's Country Club, Golf Club in Bridgewater. We're going to be hosting the 4 Deep Sports Talk Basketball Award Ceremony. Both of those nominees are our Lifetime Achievement nominees. Of course, they're going to be there. We're going to be interviewing them there. And we still have Players of the Year and Coaches of the Year to talk about as well. So it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a bunch of great people. And you know what? They have some pretty good food over there, too. So April 22nd, I believe that is Joe's birthday.
Yes,
and we're hoping, that it'll work out and he can come down and interview these nominees and spend a good portion of the day with us. It really is a fun event.
So without further ado, we will spend the last half of this show just discussing
running down the sports
scores. So let me pull up the music.
Yeah, background music.
Perfect.
We have the
And
sports
we
master.
will have our sports master covering the games from this past week.
All right, here we go. Boys basketball in Bay State. Brookline 71, Milton 45, Newton North 60. You know what? Since we're almost out of time, do you think I should just go over the winners?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That'll probably be faster. Needham 49, Natick 60, Weymouth 61. In Boston City, Tech Boston 57, Fenway 66, South Boston 56, Alliance 60, East Boston 70. In Capes and Islands, New Bedford 68, Dennis Yarman 48, Nauset 58, Rising Tide Charter 38, Cape Cod Academy 62, in Cape End, Newburyport 66, Manchester Essex 64, Ipswich 69, Linfield 53, Hamilton Wenham 44, in Catholic Central Fenway 66, Arlington Catholic 69, St. Mary's 63, Cathedral 57, South Boston 56, Archbishop Williams 80, St. Mary's 63, in Catholic Conference BC High 56, Catholic Memorial 69, Xavier's 47, in Hockomock, Mansfield 69, Franklin 66, King Philip 70, Sharon 77, and ISL St. Sebastian 62, Roxbury Latin 65, Thaner 63, in Mayflower, Newton South 67, Old Colony 51, in Middlesex, Burleton 72, Winchester 57, Belmont 70, Arlington 66, Stoneham 74, in Patriot, North Quincy 57, Plymouth South 54, Hingham 72, Scituate 67, Williamhampton 51, Duxbury 74, in South Coast, Wareham 69, Bourne 73, Apponequet 71, Greater New Bedford 67, Old Rochester 62, in South Shore, Norwell 48, Carver 52, Middleborough 67, Rockland 45, in Tri-Valley, Devon Sherborne 62, Norwood 61, Midway 54, Denham 60, Westwood 54. And moving on to girls basketball, in Bay State, Brookline 59, Framingham 71, Natick 49, Walpole 50, Wesley 37, in Capes and Islands, New Bedford 52, Monomoy 58, Sandwich 39, Falmouth 28, Mashpee 65, in Cape Ben, Newburyport Port 67, Trident 53, Georgetown 54, IP Switch 55, Amesbury 47, and Catholic Central, St. Mary's 55, Archbishop Williams 54, Colleague Charter 37, Bishop Fenwick 60, in Hockomock, Foxborough 72, Franklin 57, King Philip 62, Attleboro 56, Sharon 51, Cannon 34, in Mayflower, Blue Hills 39, Tri-County 42, Westport 48, South Shore Voctech 41, in Middlesex 57, Willowboro 57, Winchester 53, Wellington 49, Melrose 38, Belmont 57. In Patriot, Quincy 42. Pembroke 45. Hangover 44. Marshfield 51. Plymouth North 52. Duxbury 50. In South Coast, Dayton Rojo 49. Somerset Brickley 58. Aponquet 50. Bourne 55. Seekonk 60. In South Shore, Mashpee 65. Middleborough 53. Norwell 45. Hull 43. In Tri-Valley, Medfield 50. Westwood 52. Ashland 50. Midway 54. Norwood 45. And finally, Halston 28.
Awesome job, Justin. Right just in time. We're about to end the show. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on WARA 1320 AM. We want to thank everyone out there who's listening to us. Until next time, this was a free-form Saturday. We'll see you next time.
See you later. Thank you.